Welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. Subscribe, join the community, and get ready to dive into real talk and real market insights. Let's get started.
Welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. So today we saw pretty much of a flat day here. NASDAQ up about 73. We saw the Russell get absolutely caboosed down over 1% today. The Dow under about 0.8%. Russell, phenomenal patterns on the short. The 15 started to reverse and the 30 reversed to sell. But unbelievable pattern off the 15-minute time frame around the 2 o'clock. The Russell was trading around the 224.60. We closed down north of $1. S&P futures were pushing up. Just like I said yesterday, I said we're going to get sell divergences here. We had big sell divergences on the 30 and 60-minute time frame. S&P's pushed up not once but twice. The first push-up was around 1 o'clock on the new high. The second push-up was probably around 2:15. And I said, let them have them, right? Because you had nothing but sell divergences. Big problem here was the big non-confirmations. The MACDs couldn't confirm. We saw another great pattern today. The Qs, the 60-minute time frame, reversed to buy, right? And it correlated with the 30 and the 15. But the MACDs were above the pivot. So what do you look to do when the algorithm reverses to buy? And I'll show this pattern. You short them. Then you wait for the pullback, and the Qs ran nicely around the 12:30, 1 o'clock time period, about $1.50. Tesla, absolutely kaboosh. You talk about the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Tesla, ugly today, right? Big shorts patterns. Had a buy divergence that ripped about $4 or $5, and I'll show that off the 5. But then we got the 15-minute time frame kicking in. Tesla dropped 3 great shorts, even at the end of the day. The 30 and the 60-minute time frames are going to kaboosh it tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tesla in the 290 range, 285 range tomorrow. All right, Avago bucking the trend, some really great patterns on longs. Nvidia bucking the trend here again of about 1.6, Avago 1.7. Coinbase, I had a short in Coinbase above 0550. The high was 0531. You pushed up to new highs. The MACDs on the 60-minute time frame did not confirm. Absolutely kabooshed. Same thing with OKLO. The 15-minute time frame, you pushed up above 77. OKLO, I took my eye off for a second to get ready to short it, and then it dropped, and OKLO dropped about more than 250 at the end of the day. Palantir, really great pattern. The 60 reverse to buy, and then got a nice pattern on that. Gold, really great short this morning off the 30-minute time frame. Gold dropped about $10. Gold down about 24 here. All right, so let me see here. Amazon pushed up here today and then ended up about 3, up about 1.7%. Again, I said, and the title of tonight's show is The Calm Before the Storm. I think a cabooshin is coming. JP Morgan or somebody, I got a report, is monstrously bullish, looking for a lot higher prices. I say the more they go up, the more let them have them. I think these gaps are going to get filled to the downside in the next 3 to 5 months, and I think the market would be a strong buy once those gaps get filled. You need to get the weekly to get deeply oversold, and then I think we go right back up here, potentially 6,500, 6,800, maybe even touching 7,000 on the S&Ps. That would be a first. I've seen so much of my 41 in 7/8 years. August 1st will be 42 years in the industry. All right. So let me just start off with Tesla, since you can see this here. Now, Tesla had really great short early in the morning. This is the bear flag right here. You can see the negative MACD, the rising ADXs. I mean, come on. 08, look at this. Boom, down $3 to $4. Negative MACDs, big selling pressure, big rising ADXs here. And then the trade of the day came off the 15. That was a great one. Oh, but let me just show you here. When Tesla made the new low right here at 01, the MACDs were positive here. You can see the MACD on that low was 301.31. And then here, the new low here, 301.25. The MACDs did not confirm, and then that's why you got that push up. Here's Tesla today on the 15-minute time frame. You can see this is the first bounce on the 15. You can see this is the bounce right here. Monster bear flag right here. 305. I was offering at 305.80. Can you believe it? Okay. And then here's the second bounce on the 15, which really, to be honest with you, is the 15 and the 30-minute time frame. You can see the 30. So Tesla, when this thing rolls over tomorrow, along with the 60-minute time frame, I have one thing to say: look out below. Okay. All right. The Qs. All right. Reverse the buy on the 60-minute time frame, and this is one of the strategies I want to show you here on the Qs. You can see here the Qs reverse the buy right here, correlated with the 30 and the 15. You take the short. You wait for the pullback. All right. Again, the MACDs are above the pivot. Again, it's a different type of strategy. And what do you look to do? Well, here it is. This is the first pullback on the 15, beautifully right into the 10 bar. I told people I'd be buying this up below the 64 and a half, the 564 and a half, and look at it go, boom, ran up to 66. So really here you ran almost about $1.80, $1.90 on the Qs. NASDAQ, really great long. A lot of people in my community got long that. Really great pattern on the Qs. And then obviously when you're making new highs here, the MACD is non-confirmation. You look to take shorts right there. All right. This is the S&P futures today. Let me show you that. These are the 30 and 60-minute time frames. This is why I said this is the first short right here at 130. The price was pushing up above 16 and a half, 16. I said, let them have them. Boom, cabooshed here. You can see the cabooshin about 7 or 8, down about 8 or 9 points. And then at around the 230 time period, you were making new highs here. You can see the new high here at 230, 18 and a quarter. And immediately they got absolutely cabooshed 15. Again, you're seeing the push up here, the first new high, the second new high, the MACDs on the 30 and the 60-minute time frame did not confirm, and they got absolutely cabooshed. Okay. All right. Also, let's look at what else am I look at? Coinbase. This is the short here on Coinbase off the 60. You can see Coinbase was pushing up here, right here. Look at this, 0531. I was at 05. First I was 0520. Then I bumped up to 05 and a half like an idiot. And it just went absolutely. I've never seen anything like this. Look at this, 0531, and it got cabooshed. Look at that. Look at that. Are you kidding me? $9. $9. You're pushing up to new high. The MACDs could not confirm the high on the 60-minute time frame. And guess what? Or the 30 for that matter, right? You can see that the MACDs are non-confirmed the high here. Okay. So basically the 60-minute really cabooshed the market in Coinbase. And I mean, I'm telling you, this was an unbelievable short. Unbelievable short. The way I look at Coinbase on the daily here, now you're probably going to get some type of a push down. The daily is going to get oversold, but you get the negative MACD, so any push down. But eventually, I think what's going to happen here on Coinbase, you got to really look to buy this once the weekly gets oversold here. I'm looking for this thing to drop. You got a lot of support here. You can see a lot of support here. I don't think it's going to get down there, but you got a lot of support around the 260 to 330 level. That might 260. Now, if that happens, you may get a push down. If we do get the push down, like I expect, to 56.70 on the S&P, well, then Coinbase is going to go right back down to 250 and probably end up buying it down there. Again, that's why I would be in cash right now. OKLO, great short here. All right, this is the first short. Again, if you look at the 15-minute time frame here, I'll show you the 15. So this is the first short right here. Why is this doing that here? Let me just see. That's the weekly. That's why. Sorry. Let's go to the 15. Here's the first short right here. Okay. This is the new high on the day right here, 1130, 76.43. But once these MACDs went negative, this is the short I was talking about. First of all, this is a really great long here. The 15 got oversold, rising ADX. You can see the push down here, 73.30. It pushed up about $2.30. And then you can see that the MACDs on the 15-minute time frame, I got two MACDs up here on the 15. You can see the MACDs did not confirm the high right here, and you can see the drop of about $3. Great pattern. Let's see, Avago, AVGO, reverse to buy on the 60-minute time frame. So what do you look to do? You buy the pullbacks on the 5. Here's the 15 reversing. Okay, and here's a nice pattern here. Look at these. Look at a beautiful bull flag on the 5. Boom. There it goes, about $2. Here's another pullback on the 5. ADX is rising. Here's another pullback on Broadcom. And then here, I believe it made the new high here. Is that right? Yep, it made the new high, 89.95. It did not confirm on the 5-minute time frame and never looked back. So Avago, we'll see what happens tomorrow, but great pattern in Avago, especially when the 15 reversed to buy on Avago here. You can see Avago, it gapped up here this morning at 291, and then it dropped. It got kabooshed. The 15s deeply oversold, positive MACD, but the 30-minute time frames were still in buy mode. If you look here, the 60s reversed to buy here. Well, they actually reversed to buy yesterday. So this pullback here was an oversold condition on the buy disconnect. Oversold, positive MACD, oversold, big buying pressure, oversold, big. Wow, unbelievable. Look at this drop, 83, never look back there, $4. So oversold, positive MACD, oversold, big buying pressure, oversold, rising ADX. Beautiful pattern, especially when the algorithm reversed to buy on the 60 yesterday. You can see the yellow dots, which means a very strong trend here. Great pattern here on the on Avago. Great pattern on Avago. Unbelievable pattern, I must say. All right. Okay. So with that being said, gold, some really great patterns. Again, gold was negative on the 15 on the GLDs. GLDs were negative on the 15, 30, and 60-minute time frames. So what do you look to do? You look to be short gold, and that's what we did. We took some really great short patterns in gold today. All right, let's see here. All right, when I get back, I will tell you what I expect for tomorrow. I got to tighten the podcast into that. I have somewhere to go, so I want to try to get in the examples here, and that's it. I'm just looking here. What else? HIMS, there was some good shorts on HIMS. The 30-minute time frame reversed on, but nothing really to show you. But the ones I showed you tonight, really great patterns. And when I get back, I will tell you what I expect for tomorrow. So tomorrow we have 830 durable goods number. And again, like I said, the title of this show is The Calm Before the Storm. I think everybody's ramped up bullish. I say let them have them. I've never been more bearish in the last 60 points up on the S&P, 60, 50, 60 points. Since 6,300, 6,340, I've been bearish. I really don't care. I would not be long here with your money. If you have money, invest in the market. Me personally, I would be in cash. I think there's an opportunities coming in the next 6 months, within the next 6 months, to buy at a lot lower level, especially with those big gaps below here. And so with tomorrow's durable goods number coming out, that's a big number at 8:30 tomorrow. For me, I think, again, what's important is to see if these 60 and 30-minute time frames are going to hold. Big number here on the QQQs, 563.14, about $1.80 away. On the 60-minute, 561.63. So that's about almost $4 away. On the spiders, 533.22. You're talking only 12 points on the S&P, which brings it down to like 90, 91, 63, 90, 91. On the 60-minute time frame, 631.90, 631.90. You're talking 26 points on the S&P. So you're talking like probably 63.78 level. You know, we haven't had a caboose in a while. It's just been too complacent. Every day, it just grinds higher and higher. It's frustrating a lot of people. But again, for me, I think the most important thing is any rallies tomorrow, and you have overbought conditions, I would be looking to short the market. I think the market is on borrowed time. If you look at the bigger time frames here, let me show you. For me, I think looking at the bigger time frames here, the dailies. Right now, we're still 11. Look, this is a monster bear flag. Oh, my God. This is a monster bear flag. Look at the gap here. Look at the gap here. And then there's one gap here below. Look at that. Unbelievable. These gaps, this is the first pullback after the weekly reverse to buy. And you're about 11 points. That's 110 points just on the S&P, which brings you down to like 63.80, 63.90. But look at the weekly. 36 points. That's so if you take 36, you're bringing it brings it down to 63.40, 6,040 on the S&P, close enough to fill that first gap. 60, I think it's 6,010, 6,020. But in the end, what I'm thinking here, okay, is that these weeklies got to get some oversold conditions. I want to see the weekly look something like this right here, okay, and then you can see the push up into negative MACD, but we'll see. I want to see if these weeklies can even go negative. And look at the low here. Look at this low, 481.80. I mean, come on. That's that big breakout level for 4,800 on the S&P. So again, that's a major bear flag here on the daily, and even when setting up here on the weekly. All right, that's a major bear flag here. And I just think we head lower here. All right. So I would, if we do rally tomorrow, I say let them have them. It's a Friday. Anything can happen. Do I think they can get kaboosh? I think it's the summertime. I think anything can happen, especially with light volume. All right. When I get back, I will tell you something really interesting that we did last night that was a huge success. So everybody's been asking me, hey, Steve, can we do the Tokyo session / Asian session from 8 to 10? I did it for free. And, when you trade member firm money, the margins are significantly higher in the after hours, right? They could be 4, 5, 8, 10 times the amount if you trade in the 8 o'clock or even the European session. So a lot of people, now if you have a lot of money in your account, that's no problem. But if you don't, and you want to trade, a lot of people are trading prop, right? The Legends trading, everybody has been switching over. They got a great, if you use code SK, you get my 70% off. But here's the one thing though, when you're trading at night in the Asian session, there's no margin. And today my phone blew up and said, Stevie, thank you so much. I made $1,000 last night. I made this, I made that. It was great. It was great. And I'm probably going to do another one, I think August 5th, I believe, Tuesday night. Okay, and it's free. It's free. So, well, please be on the lookout for that. And if you have a prop account and you're trying to pass it, or you're already established on the prop, and you have a master account and you have 4 or 5 or 8, I know people who have 14. Some people have 3 to 4 or 5 or 10. So if you made $1,000 and you had 4 accounts, you made $4,000 last night. And that 90% payout not terrible. So it was a huge success. I went live on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And plus my own community of traders were joined in, and they did well. And I'm so happy. We about 8:40, it was first really quiet for the first 40 minutes. And then at 8:40, it started to kick in till about 10 o'clock. So it was S&Ps and gold. That's all I really look at. Maybe some NASDAQ and maybe some oil. But with that being said, great session. It was free. And I'm going to end up doing it again August 5th. So watch that. All right. With that being said, thank you for joining me tonight on the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Please hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Please join my community of traders from all around the world at sktrading.live. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. If you want to get to talk to me, or you could text me at 914-500-7484. That's my personal cell phone number. If you want to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, at official Stephen Kalayjian at Instagram, X, or TikTok. Sorry about that. And also, most important, I'm here to teach you. I'm here to help you be consistent as a trader. We're trading here all day long. I love it. People are following my trades. They're identifying the patterns. They're understanding the terminology. They're understanding the strategies, the methodology, and that's all that matters, is just to be hit singles and doubles all day long and grow your account and be profitable and be green at the end of the day. With that being said, thank you for joining me tonight here. Enjoy the night. God bless you. And more importantly, God bless the United States of America. You are.
Thanks for tuning in to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe at sktrading.live. We'd love for you to rate, review, and join our community for more real talk and market insights. Until next time, keep trading and stay sharp.